It says that you, through your work in the legislature, now as governor, have been on offense when it comes to protecting a woman's right.
Well, when the people get to decide, they overwhelmingly tell us they expect to have reproductive freedom. That's what the voters said when they went to the polls last November, not just by re-electing me and a bunch of other pro-choice leaders across the state, but by amending our Constitution and saying these are rights we expect. To see what happened in Kansas and then Kentucky and Ohio. And I'm a Michigander. This is football season. I don't usually compliment Ohio, but hats off to the people of Ohio who rejected all the misinformation and codified this right for women in that state just south of us. I'm really pleased to see that. And any leader who's not listening to the people, who's not paying attention to this, that may not survive another election.
NBC News correspondent Julie Tsirkin joins me now. So, Julie, take me through your conversation with the governor today as she repealed this law. What did it mean to her? What does it mean for the state?
Well, this is really personal for Whitmer. It's a full circle moment, if you will, because a decade ago when she was in the state legislature as a state senator, she actually shared her personal story of rape before her colleagues, something she was not prepared to do, she told me today. But she did that in hopes of appealing to them so that they would not pass a bill like this, one requiring women to get elective insurance coverage in order to get the abortion procedure through. That being said, that was unsuccessful. But today, 10 years later, she was able to sign a repeal of that law. And by the way, that's not the only restriction she's been managed to chip away at when it comes to what's been in Michigan's Constitution, what's been in the law here, because she signed other measures just this month, for example, in order to do that very thing. This certainly builds on the legacy she created last election. She told me a little bit about that in our conversation. I mean, this is really an issue that not only carried her to victory, but managed the full state Democrats to get some pretty historic leads here. And she says that abortion is an issue Democrats on the national level should be paying attention to also. And she sees it being a major issue at the ballot box in 24 as well.
Every indication from what we've seen from all of these special elections certainly points us in that direction. Julie, you also talked to her about the impact that the Israel-Hamas war is having there in Michigan on Muslim and Arab and Jewish American communities in Michigan. What's the impact that she's seeing there as governor?
Let me just set the scene here a little bit for our viewers. I'm in Detroit. About 15 minutes away from here is a community called Dearborn. It has the largest majority Arab American population really in the country. Per capita, the largest number of Muslim Americans, of course, not all Arab Americans identify as such, live here. And a couple of miles away from there, there are predominantly Jewish suburban neighborhoods. So you really get all of this coming into real practicality here. This isn't just a war that's happening hundreds of miles away in Israel and in Gaza. This is something that affects people here daily. You have universities, colleges here as well, where this has been an issue on campuses. And when I spoke to the governor, she told me when she speaks to her voters, because of course nobody knows the people who live here best than the governor, this is an issue really on their minds. Watch what she told me.
Wherever an innocent person is killed, I think that it is cause to mourn and to reach out and to support one another. These geopolitical issues are taking a toll, and so I do worry about how people are feeling and mourning and concerned for their loved ones. And yet it's my job as governor of Michigan to make sure that I do everything to bring down the heat here at home and to protect people, and that's where my focus is, and I'm grateful that the president has shared that focus.
Now, Garrett, interestingly, she also told me that, quote, nothing should be taken for granted when it comes to President Biden and the support he could see here from those key groups. Just a quick data point here. In 2020, when Biden managed to flip this state, the former president, of course, winning it narrowly in 2016, he did so by 150,000 votes. And that is about the same number of Arab Americans who turned out and voted in that election, too. A majority of them are Democrats who supported President Biden. And it's a real fear, even in my conversation with Whitmer, that they could potentially not do the same or just sit home altogether in this next coming election.
Yeah, the Biden campaign's going to need her with her finger on the pulse there in Michigan. Julie, thank you for that reporting and that great interview.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.